South Korea, a thriving, throbbing, upscale city of 12 million people, 20 million if you count the surrounding environs, Seoul and its surrounding suburbs constitute the second largest metropolis in the world. Tokyo is first. During the week of May 11 through 18, 2010, 8 delegates from the Pacific Northwest Conference of the United Church of Christ and the Northwest region of the Disciples of Christ were hosted by our partners, the churches of the Seoul East Presbytery of the PROK, the Presbyterian Church in the Republic of Korea. Our hosts introduced us to a sumptuous variety of authentic Korean foods, boiled egg soup, an unpronounceable variety of fish delicacies. Kathy Helseth sampled her first and last taste of baby octopus. And of course the ubiquitous kimchi, a Korean staple served with virtually every meal. Many families, we were told, even have separate kimchi-only refrigerators. It was an opportunity for all of us to brush up on our chopstick skills. Mine still need a great deal of improvement. An important ministry supported by the church is situated near strips of shadowy nightclubs located adjacent to U.S. military bases. It's called Jurabang, the Korean term for my sister's place. It's a counseling center that provides medical and legal assistance to women trapped in the Camptown sex trades, offers transportation to safe shelters, rehabilitative resources, occupational training, language classes, and art therapy. My Sister's Place is an official designated partner of global ministries of the United Church of Christ and the Christian Church Disciples of Christ.
My government get funded through NGO to the women in sex trafficking. So we got the fund from my government each year. So through that fund we provide medical support and legal support. So these kind of
We sampled Korean culture and were treated to an authentic Korean dance and music production called Miso. While photos of the actual performance inside the theater were prohibited, the performers danced outside after the show, where photos with the performers were encouraged. Against the backdrop of the Buddhist festival celebration and the upbeat mood which seems to characterize much of South Korea, the continuous awareness and threat of the unpredictable regime of North Korea is always present. Reunification of the two Koreas is the top priority of the churches of the PROK, a dream that was dealt a serious setback with the sinking of the Chonan, a South Korean Navy frigate, just weeks before our arrival. That threat was ever present in everyone's minds as we traveled the short 50 miles north to Panmunjom and the DMZ, the demilitarized zone, which separates the two Koreas, countries which are still technically at war with each other. Passports are checked at Camp Boniface before entering the United Nations Joint Security Area, where the conference building is located in Panmunjom.
That is North Korean building.
From inside that building, visitors are allowed to actually stand in North Korea under the watchful eye of motionless, silent sentries. Then a brief stop at the Bridge of No Return on the way out, where prisoners of war were exchanged at the end of the Korean hostilities. Then past the tallest flagpole in the world just across the DMZ in North Korea, at a place dubbed Propaganda Village, because no one lives there. Another bridge of historic significance is here, in the village of Imjingak, 5 miles from the DMZ. It's the Freedom Bridge, a former railroad bridge used by repatriated POWs and soldiers returning from the north. Prayer banners for family reunification are hung on a chain-link fence separating South from North Korea. Imjingak is a popular tourist destination, seen as a symbol of hope for eventual reunification of the two Koreas. It's surrounded by several statues and monuments, including a train locomotive that was attacked at the end of the war.
Hold still. Okay.
Sunday was a day of worship at our host churches and preaching for some. John Williams presented a communion chalice to our host, Songpa Church, from his congregation in Tacoma. And I presented a peace candle, a gift from Suquamish United Church of Christ and the Pacific Northwest Conference of the UCC, inscribed with the words, "Imagine Peace," in Korean and English.
I've got the joy.
We had a final emotional blessed goodbye fellowship on our last evening, where gifts were exchanged, prayers of safe travels were said, and new friendships were celebrated. It was an extraordinary week in the lives of all of us from the United States as well as Korea. As we began our travels home, we did so knowing our time together had been rich and blessed by God. 감사합니다, Korea. Thank you.
감사합니다. 자, 우리 원가 한번 불러볼까요?